Start already.
No need to drive,
Huh? Okay, firstly, welcome back to a new Launch Showflat Tour Bus.
Alright, welcome back, guys.
We're on a tour bus. Fadila, say hi. Yeah. So anyway, we are heading to Hillshore today. Hillshore is a new launch project, and the preview has already started, and they will be collecting... Oh, they will be open for booking actually very soon, this Saturday.
Yes.
Right, on the 20th. So we're just turning into the show flat now. It's a very exciting project. 59 freehold units at District 5. Less than 5 minutes walk from Haw Par Villa. It's a luxury project by FRX Capital. So FRX Capital, if you didn't know, is a subsidiary of Tong Eng Group. And for FRX Capital, so we're just turning in.
Right.
And for FRX Capital, we are very... we've partnered with them for a couple of landed projects. They are definitely known for their luxury, units. And this boutique kind of freehold project is something that I think a lot of people will be keeping their eyes on, especially knowing that, it's backed by FRX Capital.
So FRX Capital has been so-called collaborating with us. They were at our landed convention last year as well. And they are actually one of the first few to start the tokenization of real estate.
Yes.
Basically for some of their landed homes development. So this is one of the projects that has been en bloc is at the Pasir Panjang region, 450 meters from Haw Par Villa MRT station. For those of you who want freehold, but yet you want a freehold near to the MRT station, I think this is one of the key choices, especially in D5. So right, the entire backing of this project is the entire NUS campus. Greenery view towards the back as well. We're heading in to have a look, so let's go.
Let's go. Hi, Doretta. I'm Melvin here. Oh my God, I'm not...
All right, so Fadila will be our accompanying videographer today. Yeah, this is Dorita. She just joined our team. Say hi.
Don't need to hide. This is a very casual shoot.
Are we using the wide lens? Okay, can. So this is the show flat. It's located at the crest. So behind us is the crest. So of course there's a lot of blank plots right here. Nowadays, to get a show flat as a developer is not easy because land is running out in Singapore. So this is not on the actual site. The actual site is actually located on the left side of Haw Par Villa MRT station. So if you notice, we had a couple of tours before near to the Pasir Panjang area. One of it was the peak at Belmac. So if I were to just share with you a little bit, the MRT station is here. Peak at Belmac is on the right side. Then Hillshore is on the left-hand side. This is also, according to Wayne, to be the second region of the whole Pasir Panjang belt. So the first belt will be towards the Alexandra area. This is the second belt. Third belt is actually more towards the left-hand side where McDonald's is.
So we've also done a insights banter shoot in the studio, new launch showflat review. Wayne, Charlene and Felicia did an excellent job. They broke down all the floor plans, all the facings. So if you want a very, very in-depth look at the area, the location, what's coming up even in the URA master plan, then that video is something you can watch as well.
Okay,
come. Let's head in.
So this is the show flat. Basically, actually at this point of filming, when you're watching it, what's going to happen is that Saturday is going to be the sales date already. So the moment you head in, basically there's only one show unit, which is a 3-bedder, and the site model is right here. So I think the very first thing to notice is that whenever you want to hunt for development, though at PLB, based on our research, our webinars, we always talk about the fact that try as much as you can to go for units for projects that's like above a 300 units kind of volume spectrum, because in terms of transaction volume, it's going to be very buoyant. But if you are somebody that values privacy, and let's say one of the key top criteria you have is that it must be a freehold status, then I think this is a bonus, because in the fact that it's about 450 meters from the MRT station, this is also going to be in a transformation zone where Greater Southern Waterfront is right in front. And later, as Grayce will break down with you certain key points regarding the master plan as well as the region here. But I think the important fact is that this is really for freehold lovers, and there are 13 penthouses here. Majority are duplexes, which is also getting very rare in the market right now.
So something very interesting, if we were to just look at the landscape, it's actually a cascading landscape, right? This is iconic, and it's basically the hallmark, I think, of projects in this area. So we do have that very famous one that has the Hong Kong tram.
The lift going
yes,
upwards, which is that's right beside one.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it called? The Palladium. I think it's. Is it Palladium?
No, Pazalio or Palladium or something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually just on the right hand side.
Just on the side of it. And then this one is a smaller project. So this is an en bloc project. Previously, it was Gloria Mansion, and it was en bloc for 70.3 million by FRX Capital.
Yeah.
So FRX Capital en bloc this project, and then they're basically rebuilding. It will be ready by 2027, quarter
estimated.
2. Yeah, estimated. So I think if you're hunting for freehold in this area, it's really like what Melvin mentioned, for people that like that little bit more privacy, but still being very closely located to MRT. But also, I think it's the lifestyle, right? You want to be fronting towards the Greater Southern Waterfront. You want to be in the heart of the action and also connected to 13 parks.
Yeah. So basically, how we look at in terms of tenure as well as the size of developments, you can look at it as 4 different kind of spectrum frameworks. The first one will be boutique projects that's less than 100 units but not near to MRT station. Second one will be mega developments but maybe like 300, 400, 500 units but not near to the MRT station. And third and fourth spectrum will be the MRT station kind of development. So this falls into the third spectrum, freehold, boutique, but near to MRT. Then the final one will be like large size, but near to MRT. So I think based on that spectrum, you can try to ascertain like what kind of types of projects do you want to go for. I think importantly is that when you look for boutique projects, you have to understand that there are primarily 4 facings for every development. Unlike a large development, they can sort of self-create a lot of different views from different types of stacks, facings, and sort of like views from a balcony. Boutique projects, I think the smartness and choice from the architect is that they will have to self-create different kind of viewpoints, because on the left and right hand side, usually you will face the other projects as your neighboring developments. If not, you'll face the front road. The bonus for this project is that the back, there'll be a greenery view. They sort of self-created like a center kind of pool view facing right in the middle, and in terms of the gap distance, it's actually quite fabulous. So later, as we see, some of the units that the developers will try to position is that the good so-called like the premium units will face internally as well as the back facing.
Yeah. I suddenly recall this project is called the Palisades. Yes.
You just refer to your phone or something.
No. I just like standing here, it came to my head. Okay, anyway.
Okay,
yeah, so we have 2 blocks here. So block 290 and then block 292. Of course, because of the cascading landscape, then block 292, the higher level gets to have, the view towards the sea. The biggest unit, actually, the 4-bedroom penthouse, is actually angled at that corner. Yeah, so this is the north, that is northeast, this is southwest. No, this is northeast. This is the northeast facing, and that is the southwest facing.
No, that's north is there. South.
North, east, southwest, correct. Southwest is towards
you bring
the...
for topography class in the army. This is north, this is south, and then east will come from here. West is from the angular direction. Yeah,
yes.
so that's towards the north.
Yeah, so protecting, I think the unit being here is also the unit that will not get the west sun, right?
Yeah. So we always talk about the fact that if you want to hunt for, we want to see where are the premium views, look at basically the site plan and the site model. Okay, so we try to hunt for the largest unit. So the largest unit will belong to the unit facing towards the back. One of the key rationale is because if you look at the map now, there's some sort of like a small spectrum of greenery view towards the back before you hit the other building. Yeah. So this is the one. Okay. One thing about I think we have to talk about the state of penthouses in today's market. A lot of time you go to new launches, it's very hard to find duplexes anymore. Most of the developers, because of GFA ruling and things like that. And by the way, this project is not affected by the harmonization ruling. So coming back to the penthouses, is that most of the top floor units no longer have duplexes. You go to a lot of new launches, they are top floor units. They classify as penthouses, but it's basically high ceiling units with like a capacity to build a 5 square meters loft. But this project still presents you with a duplex kind of version for most of the penthouses, where the second floor is basically your master room with a small roof terrace. So I think this is one of the rare choice to get a duplex kind of living if you're somebody that loves to have that mini landed in the sky.
Yeah. So for penthouses, we also have different types of penthouses. So we have those, single floor plate penthouses where everything is on the first level. We also have duplex penthouses. Duplex penthouses, there are also different types. So the first type of duplex is where you're living and all your bedrooms are on the first level, and the second level is purely your roof terrace. There's also the other kind of duplex that we're talking about here, which is that, the first level is your living, your dining, and then the second, and also bedrooms, and then the second level also has a bedroom mixed with an outdoor roof terrace space. Yeah, so there are different kinds of penthouse units depending. So for duplex penthouses, it is really suitable for those who like a little bit of segregation. You want more privacy. You don't want all of your rooms to be on the first level, or you don't want everything to be on the first level. You like that split level situation, but you also don't want your second level to be purely in terms of roof terrace space. Yeah. Okay. Shall we talk about the site plan a little bit? Yeah.
Okay, so there's actually quite a brilliant thought in terms of the way they structure it, because along the years, I think developers and architects, they have learned that there sometimes can be congestion when it comes to the entrance point. So this is done in a very nice way, in the sense that if you stay here and live here, you can just drive straight into the basement car park. So most of the time, we have to note that boutique developments, a lot of developers, they don't like to invest in digging basement.
Yeah.
This project gives you a basement that serves both towers. If you need to drop off somebody, you can actually come over here to drop off. So this is like the arrival courtyard plaza. And surprising thing is that there's a badminton court.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so this is a pretty interesting thing. Facilities actually are all in the blue label. Sky Garden right at the top. So because it's a sloping upwards kind of terrain, the play zone is right towards the back. Pool is actually pretty decent as well. Then in terms of like all the things that you're worried about, usually if you look at substation, bin center, and all that kind of stuff, they're all hidden within the basement. So I think like all these are taken care of. Genset is at the roof, so nothing much to worry about in terms of stack selection. Most of this so-called like utility, there's ancillary parts are all hidden in the basement.
So for, I think, 4,250 over like square feet, it's really quite a generous amount of facilities. So they didn't try to, jam pack with like 70, 80 over units. Yeah, it's really quite spacious. The unit sizing is well distributed as well. Majority 3 bedders with a little bit of 2 bedders as well as 4 bedders. Yeah, so a really good spread actually. And I think, the badminton court is something that surprised all of us because usually, boutique projects, you don't have badminton court. So I think I was hearing one of our colleagues saying, next time you'll find friends who stay in Hillshore. Careful behind.
Okay, so in terms of the unit distribution, basically you have 2 beds premium. For here, the smallest unit will be 2 bed, 2 bath. So the 2 bedders, basically they are classified as 2 bed, 2 bath. All the units come with a home shelter. So I think that's good. You don't have to worry about like the 2 bed, 1 bath kind of concept, because bare minimum, if you go for any 2 bedroom units, you get 2 bed, 2 bath, home shelter. 2 bed premium means 2 plus study. Then you have the 3 bedders, 3 plus study, but majority will be 3 bedders and the 2 bedders. 4 bedders, they are actually dual key units, and then the rest will be the penthouses. So of course the penthouses will occupy level 5 and level 6. Then boutique developments, usually the so-called like height restriction level is up to level 5. So you have that basement car park, then level 1 unit. So technically speaking, if you are somebody that do not want to stay on the ground floor, you can aim for level 2, 3, 4, because these are the core choices that you want to have. Yep. We have a look at the site plan. Yeah. Then later Grayce will bring you into the 3-bedder unit. Okay, so something to note is that, so this is going to be like the guardhouse. And then, of course, if you live here, you just drive straight into the basement parking. And then, of course, if you want to drop off people, you can go up the slope right to the middle. So if you notice, I think in terms of the way that this portion is being designed, this will be one of the very interesting area because, firstly, not all boutique developments look like this. A lot of boutique developments, they build really full on all the way and maximize everything into a huge concrete block. This has that kind of segregation. Firstly, I think this badminton court area is a bonus, really. You can't find it in a lot of projects. Swimming pool, lap pool, pool deck is pretty nicely done. You can still enter sort of like into like the basement from here as well. So it's pretty interesting. Then units facing right in the middle, I think they're going to get a lot of good views as well. Then, of course, as you go towards the back, that will be the play zone for your kids. There's still a function room. So I think for 59 units, you're going to get like a lot of time in terms of the facilities, because you don't have a lot of people that is trying to book the facilities all the time. So you're going to get a little bit more usage in a sense. Then number 2 is that parking is 1-for-1, 59 units. There's 4 EV lots that's being segregated already out of the 59. So EV is part of 59 units, 59 car park lots as well. So you are getting like 1-to-1. 10 bicycle lots as well. So take note that maybe you'll be asking, hey, are there any visitor lots? So there are no visitor lots. But for sort of like a RCR project, technically speaking, you get 1-to-1 is already a bonus. And boutique developments, most of the time, there's no visitor lots. But not everybody drive because it's near to the MRT station. So let's say there's only half of the ownership right here, they own a car, then the rest can be a visitor lots kind of thing.
Yeah, and also potentially there could be quite a fair bit of tenants or attracting the tenant pools who not necessarily drive, because you're so near to the MRT, you're also near to a lot of the NUS, NUH, where you have working crowds, Maple Tree Business District as well.
Yeah.
So we can take a look here. Yeah. So the Hillshore is actually located right here, near where the Singapore Science Park is, and then right below you have your Pasir Panjang Wholesale Centre, and then all the way at the bottom is basically where the redevelopment is slated to happen by 2030. 2025, this entire Circle Line loop will be completed, so definitely increasing connectivity for the area. For anyone that this entire area is traditionally known to be very, very strong for its tenant pool, because you have a lot of working professionals and also people who like the greenery. It's like a balance between people who love greenery and people who want to attract a very strong tenant pool. But I believe for this project, it's also going to attract quite a fair bit of people who are looking for own stay, because it is a luxury development, it is a freehold development, so it will attract people who are looking for own stay. But if you are looking to rent out, then definitely your tenant pool is no lack. So further up, NUS, NUH is over there, and then a little bit more further up is One North, right, which we call the Silicon Valley of Singapore. So that entire area, the Metropolis, Biopolis, definitely attracts a lot of working professionals who are there. In terms of parks, if you were to head down this way, it's your West Coast Park, Clementi Woods Park, and then further down is Kenridge Park, and then your Hot Park, and then the Future Alexandra Nature Park, and then so many more different greenery areas, all the way down to your southern ridges. Of course, Vivo City is at Harbourfront, where it's your biggest kind of mall in the area, but in terms of convenience, extremely well connected. So you can see here, in terms of even like greenery, food, shopping, the schools, and then your tenant pool, as well as schools for your own children. So in terms of like your own kids, maybe they're going to NUS, Fairfield, ACS, UWC, all of these are conveniently located. Yeah, so most importantly is in terms of walk. We're just 5 minutes away from Haw Par Villa, and then we're 2 minutes drive from West Coast Highway. So in terms of convenience, then definitely you are in the heart of it all, especially if you're looking at District 5. Yeah, so let's head in to look at one of the show units. Later we want to talk a little bit about the penthouse units also, because there are 13 penthouse units here.
Yes.
Yeah, but for now, maybe shall we explore the 3-bedder?
Okay, so there's only one show unit, which is the 1055 square feet. This is a stack 6 kind of layout, which is a front-facing layout. So something to note is that I think what I observe about FRX Capital is that I think maybe the concept that they have is that they really want this project to be very suitable for living, for own stay. And even if you have to rent it out, your tenant will not complain that, hey, your 2-bedder is so small. Minimum size starts from 743 square feet, so you have 7 units. I think even the tenant
pool, if they were to, if it were to be rented out, it's really like working professionals.
Yeah. That value space, right?
And want to have the lifestyle also by being near to the parks and all that. That's the core value add. Yeah.
So if you notice, the 2-bed, 2-bath, 7 units, the size is 743, then the 2+ study, which is a 2-bed premium, 10 units of them, they start at 807 square feet. So basically, 3 bedrooms, there's no 900 plus square feet. It all starts at about 1,055.
Yeah.
This is the smaller size. And I think one key highlight that we need to take note of is that all the units come with a minimum 3.2 meter ceiling.
Yes.
You go for the ground floor units, they start even higher, 4 point something over meters. You go for the penthouses, the loft in the living room is about 6 meters. So bare minimum, any unit you get 3.2 meters in the living room, which is really special. And this is like the feeling that you can get the moment you come into the show flat. What do you think, Grayce?
Actually, I think it's so important that a developer knows what they want to create in terms of experience and in
Right.
terms of lifestyle for the buyer, right? So it's very clear that the unit, the unit layouts, the facilities, the entire design has been curated with the buyer in mind. And with so many new launches, you have to set yourself apart, right?
Yeah, your
today's market.
USP from the
Yes.
consumer's point of view is very important. It's not just basically like building a project for the sake of building it. It's really
Yes.
thinking about what do people really want when they live in it.
Yeah.
So firstly, I think the main door, the moment you come in, that is the main foyer. And of course, in terms of living room space, I think it looks good, it looks spacious. This is a very unique kind of thinking because most of the projects today, they have a narrow layout in the sense that you walk through the door, you will bypass your kitchen, your dining,
Yes.
living, and your balcony. So if you notice, this is like swap. You come in from here, you actually have this wide angle layout. Even though your balcony occupies half of that width, the right side is like a full spectrum of full glass panel window. So this is really like your balcony, but you get that wide angle layout still. Yeah. Which I think is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think when you step in, your eyes will automatically be drawn to the balcony area, the dining area, which is perfect for people who love to host. The openness between the living and dining is very generous also. So you are able to customize, let's say, how far back do you want to push your living space, and then kitchen nicely enclosed at the side. So this wall here is actually, according to the floor plan, is hackable as well. Sorry, this wall.
Because this is an en-bloc development, it's not affected
Yes.
by the PPVC ruling.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this one, but quite a few on the floor plan I see is like
Non-hackable also.
non-hackable. Yeah,
because
but
those are pillar
this
walls.
one is the one that you are able to hack open. So in the event, let's say you're someone that you really, really love to host, you want a huge space, then this might be a possibility. Or you can do like a glass.
Yeah.
Make it into a study or something.
Yeah. And when I was looking through the deck, I think FRX Capital also positioned Hillshore to be like a luxury kind of development, which speaks through the appliances and the brands that they
Yes.
give. So maybe Grayce, you can show us the kitchen.
Okay, come.
Yeah. So you got all the Vizak kind of brands
Yes.
within.
Yeah, so this is your kitchen, cabinetry basically on both ends. When you enter, there's a provision for your 2-door fridge already, and then top hung cabinetry right here. So in terms of appliances, of course, we have Visa for your induction cooker, your hood and your hob as well. And then we also do have your built-in oven right here. So it's already factored in. All of the cabinetry, of course, comes with soft closure. And then basically you have it on 2 ends. Yeah, windows here, we also have really large windows. So for people, if you love to cook, you love to host, you don't have to worry about any kinds of, heat or smells in terms of your kitchen. So for sink-wise, sink is...
Should be Bianco.
Yeah, it's not labeled here.
It's not labeled here. Oh, yeah. Blanco. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so Blanco stainless steel sink as well as your tap.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Samsung appliances. Your washer is already provisioned here. And then right here, you do have, your WC unit. This WC unit does come with a shower. I think this is really great, if let's say
You come with a shower. Okay.
Yeah, it comes with a shower head. Yeah. And then, of course, your wash basin and tap. And then windows as well, really large size windows, even though the WC is pretty compact, but it definitely has everything that you need. And then also right here is your home shelter. So the home shelter is inside at the corner of the kitchen. And yeah, basically, you'll have your porcelain floor tiles and your walls as well. And it's a space that you can customize. So let's say, I mean, many people will use this as a helper's room, and then the helper can use the bath. Yeah. Okay, come. Let's check out the actual rooms. Yeah, oven is Visa also.
So, Grayce, actually, for today's context, to get this length and that within the kitchen is actually considered really luxurious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard to get, and you don't really get like a home shelter, or you don't have the additional WC bath towards the back. So I think it's really good to have. Yeah, usually.
And the fact that it's tucked at the back of the kitchen, not eating into your, your dining, living spaces, it's just tucked right in, is, I think, really efficient also.
So something to note about the high ceiling is that we call this the cathedral effect. So cathedral effect is like, if you're somebody that, values a lot more space to think, to be creative about your business, and then you want, a little bit more kind of like that spaciousness, you will feel that when you go to spaces with high ceiling, you tend to be more creative, you tend to feel happier, rather than, like coop up within a very low ceiling kind of space. So this is called the cathedral effect, and I think it's really a bonus.
Okay, so in terms of rooms, you have the bedroom, the second bedroom here, and then this one is your
third bedroom,
and then your master is right here. Both of these bedrooms, common rooms, will share the common bath. Yeah, so let's take a look at in terms of common bath. Okay, so for your common bath, porcelain floor tiles, porcelain wall tiles, and then basically, you have your quartz vanity countertop, and then your Duravit wash basin right here. And then also your tap is from Hans Grohe. And then basically this is your enclosed standing shower. So common bath, usually enclosed standing shower, you don't have that rain shower. So this is pretty standard. And I think quite a standard size bathroom.
Yeah.
One thing is that you also do have this entrance, so it's a Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
So this becomes sort of like a junior master, right? So you're able to access this directly, if you were to just lock up the door and then open up here.
Yeah. So bedroom 2, so nowadays, of course, when you go to new launches, pre-standard in terms of the bedroom layout, if it's a common bedroom, so this definitely can fit a queen. Take note that the windows are not floor to ceiling, they're about half height, and this is, of course, some of the ID treatment and design that you can see. So things to note is that this is basically like a pretty good height in terms of, because most of the show flats, they could be about 2.7, 2.8 meters in terms of ceiling. This is 3.2 meters. So the wardrobe is already considered full height already. So if you notice that portion up there, this probably will be up to about 2.8 meters. That will be up to 3.2 meters. So the developers is already giving you like a full height wardrobe, which I think is decent. And of course, they have this. What is this? We saw this on the previous Lentor.
Some kind of satin glass.
Satin glass, yes, okay.
Yeah.
Fingerprint proof or something like that, right? Okay.
A little bit like tempered glass.
Right.
So I think if we were to look at this part, right, the ID treatment, it really shows you the possibilities when you have a high ceiling. This would not be possible at all if we are having the standard 2.8 meters kind of ceiling height. But because we are 3.3 meters, you are able to play around with this is really beautiful ID design. I think it really adds to the luxurious feel of it. Also, we are just 5 stories high, but every story is like. Every floor is generous. Yeah.
So maybe as we enter into the master room, at this point in time of filming, the pricing is not out yet. Yeah. So the pricing is not out yet, but just for example, let's say if this will be launched at maybe in the range of about 2005, 2006 PSF, what we'll be looking at is that the 2-bedders, they'll be around the range of $2 million. For, let's say, the smaller type, which is a 743 square feet, it could be in the range of about 1.9, 1.8 or up to 2 million, depending on the PSF that is launched. The 2 plus study will be 2 odd million, maybe about 2.1 mil plus minus. Then the 3-bedders will be about 2.7, 2.8 mil. Then in terms of the 4-bed dual keys and the penthouse onwards, those will be about 4 odd million onwards already. So bearing in mind that this is freehold, and you look at all the 99's launches, 3-bedders bare minimum is also $2 million. Because the PSF range, if we look at what has been happening in OCR PSF, they're also doing at about 2.3 to 2.6 PSF. So if this were to be launched at about 2.5, 2.6, I think for freehold status, you're exchanging a OCR 99 with a RCR freehold. So I think it really balances out the kind of decision matrix. And I think, Grayce, one important thing is that we also share with our audiences before that, though we, there's 2 things when we look at the home, right?
Yeah.
Value add within the home, or inherent factors. And one of the big inherent factors will be the master plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we share a little bit about the master plan, Greater Southern Waterfront.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Greater Southern Waterfront is definitely something that a lot of the buyers in the area are looking forward to. So there's going to be a massive transformation in this area because the entire port will be shifted out actually. It will be shifted out by 2030, right?
I think more than
Later
that.
than that, right?
Yeah.
It will commence soon. And then
it's a gradual plan.
Yeah, it will be a gradual plan. This entire area will bring a lot of rejuvenation because traditionally with the ports over there, there's not much use that we can be done. If we were to look at the master plan as well, there's a lot of commercial sites that have yet to be announced. So these will, what this will mean is that, okay, in terms of lifestyle, if you are someone that, you enjoy the southern waterfront view, it will basically be like a park connector all the way through where you will get to enjoy this view. What is also interesting is that there will be a lot of commercial redevelopments in this area. So a lot of, I think, new businesses will be introduced. A lot of new commercial hubs will be introduced as well. So this will bring a renewed rejuvenation to this area. So if you are buying in at, let's say 2024, right, where we are at now, you are definitely the first to buy into this area where there will be a lot of exciting changes happening.
Yeah, awesome. As we're standing in the master room, I noticed that there's this like additional portion here, which usually the windows will usually end around this spectrum over here. So this is like a bonus area because of the size that they're designing is at least 1,000 square feet. So this gives you the additional space to have a study. So if you want to mount like a study table fronting towards your view, I think that's doable. Which you can have a combination of a dressing table and a work from home study desk. If not, this will be a good design as well. And I think let's also have a look at the master ensuite.
But I think something to be mindful of is also because let's say if you're fronting towards the front, then potentially you might get a little bit of west sun into this area as well. Yeah, so maybe perhaps, this additional carving, it does help, right, with the, it doesn't shine directly. Let's say if your windows were to be here, it will shine directly to your bed and your sleeping area. But now you have this additional space where the west sun might be tapered in.
Yeah, for some of the west sun facing stacks.
Yes.
But taking in mind that because this whole land is like a tilt angle kind of facing, so your west will also be tilted to a certain kind of direction.
Yeah. I mean, it's if you want to live near the, in this area, typically your units will, those that are fronting towards the sea, at least, will have a slight west sun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Ensuite, yeah.
Yes. So this is the master ensuite. Yeah. So pretty standard ensuite with all of your fittings, everything that is done up. So you do have your porcelain floor tiles and your wall tiles. And then, of course, your sink is from Duravit. Your tap is from Hans Grohe as well. And then your WC. And then also your enclosed shower area with your really large windows. Yeah, so windows definitely for ventilation. And then you do have your ceiling rain shower as well.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, come.
All right. Okay, so I think we're done with the showflat tour because there's only one showflat here. Okay, so I think importantly is that if you're watching this, tomorrow is going to be the day of the sales.
Yes.
So people has already been submitting check already. But I do believe, of course, let's say if you're hunting for bigger units, by the time you're looking at this, there could be still larger units left. So if you want to have a discussion with some of our PLB consultants that are specialized in new launch developments, feel free to, of course, scan the QR code below, click on the link in the description box. They'll be very happy to be in touch with you. And of course, this is our continuous new project tour bus series. Yeah. Is it called tour bus series or school bus series?
Tour bus.
Tour bus series. Yeah, so keep a lookout for our next tour bus series or the next episode where we'll bring you through all the different new launch developments and show flat tours within Singapore.
Okay.
All right.
See you.
See you. Take care. Bye.